back, guys, to the Hot One LE channel. Today we're going to be talking about proper break-in procedures, mileage, and all that for your brand new Camaro. Now this is going to apply to the SS1LEs, V6s, the everything LT1s, and of course the Camaro ZL1. So forget what your uncle said, forget what that guy that your friend said and how to break it in. This is the correct way to break in your car to make sure you get good performance and longevity of your engine. Why am I underneath my car? It's brand new. What am I doing? My car has 600 miles. GM suggests replacing your oil at 500 miles. GM Performance Manual does suggest 500 miles you replace your oil. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. So I got a 15 millimeter socket on my oil pan. And we're gonna go ahead and just, oh fuck, I haven't done that in a minute. Ow, son of a bitch. Fuck. Wow, that hurt, guys. That fucking hurt. Oh. Oh. Ouch. My latex gloves, we're just gonna take this off. At 1500 miles, we'll do it again. And what we're also going to do is our rear differential fluid today at 500 miles. Now these are all per GM's performance manual. So if you plan to track your car, this is highly suggested. You can also replace that little rubber bushing if you like, or kind of just hold on to it for a couple oil changes. Up to you. Probably should be changed every time, but I didn't buy one, so we're going to keep it on today. We're going to go ahead and let the oil drain. You're probably asking yourself, why so tedious? Why do it so early? Well, you only get one chance to break in your car. You only get one go at this. And your car might have cost you around 70 grand, maybe 50 grand, maybe 40 grand, maybe 30 grand. It's a lot of money. You want to do it right. So I'm going to tell you this now. The stock oil filters are on there with like 1,000 pounds. I think technically they don't put the oil on it, so when you go to take it off, it's stuck on there. I suggest the wrench type oil filter removal tool. If you don't have one of these, using one of these is not gonna work. If you're in the garage right now and you're stuck, you can get a pair of channel locks like this and you'll be able to get that oil filter off. But I'm telling you right now, it is stuck on there. You wanna do a few inspections. One is your tires. Go ahead and just look over your tires. You want to make sure you got no nails in them. You got to make sure you got nothing like that. You got a high performance vehicle. You don't need a blowout to occur. And this tire looks great. No problems. You could also check your alignment at this time. You probably have too many low miles to really be able to tell, but each time you go do an oil change, you want to check these things. Another thing you can look at is the suspension bits. Here, simply put, we're just looking for leaks, loose bolts, anything obvious. Of course, there's nothing. We all know that guy that'll come and tell you, hey, you don't gotta break in your engine. They're broken in at the factory. My uncle always said, just slam it hard and run it hard and it'll sit better. It'll seal better in the engine. Look, guys, truth is, if you follow the engineers that know these cars and they know how they were built, they know how they break in, they've tested these with data, they're probably going to be your better bet than your uncle, which I'm one, or your brother or your friend. Look, they didn't pay for this car. You paid for this car. So what you can do is follow GM's recommendations. Now, of course, if you have an SS or a ZL1, you're using new Mobil 1 supercar. This is Dextos R rated. Yes, they keep changing it, but for the current years, this is it. They also used to use Mobil 1 ESP formula 0W40 Dextos 2 oil. This is very similar, but the formula is ever so tightly off. If you have some ESP sitting around, you can mix it with your Supercar 3, or your supercars, but I don't really suggest it. Just use the right stuff. So if you read the normal manual, which is the owner's manual that came with the car, you got 1,500 miles. And within that 1,500 miles, you don't want any hard launches. You want to keep it under 4,000 RPM. You don't want to go over 80 miles per hour. You want to vary your speed. That means you don't want to stay at one speed the entire time. And basically all that means is don't set your cruise control. So this isn't just engine braking. Everybody just talks about the engine. There's a lot of components on the car that need to properly brake in. One of those components is your clutch. And you're saying, well, I bought an automatic. There is no clutch. There's clutch packs inside your transmission, and these need to brake in as well. The automatic transmission have clutch packs. You need to brake these in properly. You need to brake in the axles. You need to brake in the brakes. The brakes are usually about, I think, 1 to 400 miles. So you don't want to do any heavy stops. Again, everything wants to be broken in at a nice, slow, even pace. Take care of the car. Don't gun it out of the front gate, and you're gonna have a really good experience with. I'm gonna make sure that my car is track ready when it needs to go on the track. I want everything to be sure that it's fit, finished, everything wears in nice and smoothly. That's exactly what you want. Is it possibly some overkill built into that? Yeah, of course. Hey, you spent a lot of money. So did I. Let's at least do this right. It's only one time. It's not that much money to change the oil. You might as well do it what GM says. Going into this. So for every one of my cars, my two SS1LEs and now my ZL1s, I've given them proper break-in across the board. Every one of them has been broken exactly how they should be. Now, does this mean I did absolutely no pulls at all? No. I gave it a little. I did. But I didn't go to redline. I didn't go as high as I could, and I didn't consistently do it. A little bit of pull in there during your break-in is fine. Now, when I say break-in, I'm saying after 500 miles. The first 500 miles are your most important. That's where the seals, that's where the clutch, that's where everything's really breaking in. Your brakes are bedding in, everything. After that, it's still wearing in properly, but you don't want to go beat on it too hard. It's very important the first 1,500 miles that you treat your car right. So you can see I'm actually inspecting the oil here, and I'm looking for any glitter and metal bits that could be in there. In all my time in doing this, I've never seen any on any car I've ever had. Pump, and of course your rear end fluid. Quarter inch. And you're going to want to use an extension. Where's my pumpkin? There she is. Clean that bit off. That's actually breakdown from the gears breaking in. It's a little bit metal and everything like that. This is actually a magnetic plug to pick up that. We're going to clean the fill and the drain plug because they both got a little bit on. One of the reasons why I actually bought another Camaro is because how well they make it so you can do this work. You can essentially change the stuff on the track. You can change your brake pads on the track. Everything is so easy to do. You don't have to remove a big old cover underneath like the Mustangs used to be. It's just really straightforward and simple to work on. It's really how a car should be properly designed. So, good job, GM engineers. Guys, if you found this video helpful in any way, likes and subscribes are greatly appreciated. Please drop down in the comments if you got any concerns or questions. Thanks for watching.